Well. Huddersfield have remembered how to play football. Hey, Mark.
Well, actually, Saturday afternoon, I sat there watching early kick-off just in Fan Park at Town, and 2 o'clock comes, and you're like, oh, bugger. So it's like your first choice keepers out, your this is out, that's not out. You're expecting these players to come back in and we're not in, and you're like, oh, bloody hell, this is going to be a long day. And I met Joe, the Southampton fan, and I told him, and I just started laughing. Um, got inside ground. You can see why Southampton have 80% possession in all the games, and we should have won. And that's the frustrating bit about it. We had so many chances in that game, and we should have won that game, and that's frustration. Yeah.
I mean, you are down to bare bones because when Harrop went off in the first half, you actually didn't have any strikers to bring on. You've got no replacements on the bench.
No, we had seven subs. Darren Moore after the game came out with a load of twaddle about certain players are meant to play 20 minutes and half an hour and 15 minutes, and it's all down to this technical stuff. I'm like, is he fit? Yeah. Is he on bench? Yeah. Can he play football? Yeah. We'll get him on. But um, when Keane Harrop went off, which for a young lad, that's a bad injury. Right? It looks like a hamstring injury. So for two people to be taking you off a pitch like that, you a couple of months out easily. And Tilt Team News coming out tomorrow. It's going to be a couple of months, so that's an early diagnosis. Um, and then he brings on Yuta Nakayama, who's just come back from Japan. It's a long trip around well for him, and just played a really. He kind of changed the system, but had five defenders as such, and then it kind of worked for us to do that. Ironically, last week when we were on about the other game, it's like he actually did seem to have some kind of managerial nous about how to do it. And Southampton, it's okay having ball for 80% possession. We had 500 odd passes in game. They were all little 1-2s with each other for 4 hours. And you start there going, well, we've played three key passes. One were a bit of a volatile keeper. One keeper made a save, and two were scored the hardest chance. Three scored the hardest chance. And if that's what 80% possession is going to get you, is three key passes in a game, then everybody can do it for me, as long as we're defending, because we missed. No, in fact, we didn't miss because we didn't technically get classed as shots on goal, but we created so many chances where, like, Keane Harrop would have had two or three of them before we even scored as worldy as his own. But nobody mentioned Ben Jackson's worldy, do we?
Well, let's come on
All
to
about Morgan Whittaker and all that nonsense.
it's on my list to talk to you about. Go on, let's talk about
Yeah.
Ben Jackson. 87 minutes. Come on, talk us through it.
Oh, you're right in front of us as well. So we sit at the side of the pitch, like pretty much on the goal line, and he whips it in. And he'd been doing that all game. He got our man at match, and I think he's in team at week as well
Yeah,
for AFL and that. And he played a really good game, and he kept Walker Peters really, really quiet. Now that's a hard thing to do because Walker Peters is quick, he's good, but that cross is kind of one of them where it's a really perfect cross in it. Yeah, fair enough, it goes on to score, but it's that good of a ball. But your defenders leave it alone. Your keeper's stood there going, I don't know where to count because it's just in that area, isn't it? And the striker just kind of didn't get to it. But that's how crap our strikers are. But we ain't got any strikers, have we? But it just skips off at turf on it and goes into back at net. And you're like, we deserve that. We absolutely deserve that for everything Southampton did. We deserve that goal, and we
yeah.
deserve 3 points out of it at the end of the day.
In a one-word answer, have you seen enough now, based on the last couple of games, resolute defending and a Southampton game, to suggest that you're going to be all right this season?
Not sure.
Two
We
words.
we need depth in January. If you're going to look at anything, you need depth, and to have seven subs. If you're going to go with seven subs against Sunderland on Wednesday night and then Swansea away on Saturday, 2 long away days, you need more than seven people on bench if you're going to. And I think for us, it's more about depth of just having good quality players in there rather than saying we need to have a specific midfield or whatever we need.
All right.
We need the strength and the depth of the team.
All right, let's get some predictions then. Stay there. We'll get our swan in. Okay, Swansea against the Terriers then this weekend. Any memories of this fixture, either of you two?
Well, there haven't been many goals in the last few. It'd be
No.
a bit dour, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be another tight contest, really. I think both teams could do with a win. I think, I'm trying to be optimistic this week now. We played quite well at home on Saturday. We've got that tough trip to Leeds now Wednesday, so I think that'll take a bit out of us. And I'm hoping it's not going to be a case of what's happened with the Leicester game, where we came off the back of that when we lost to Watford. And it was he probably would have targeted the Watford game for the points. And in the same respect, now we will be looking at this game on Saturday against Huddersfield as 3 points in this one. So for that reason, I would say probably a 2-0 win for the Swans.
Okay. And Mark?
It's going to be awkward. Like I say, a long trip to Sunderland on Wednesday, followed by a long trip to Swansea. The way we're defending, I think if you're going to come up against a team like Sunderland and Swansea, after we defended so well against Hull last week, ultimately we conceded in last minute, and we defended really well against Southampton. I think this might be right up our street, and if we can get one of two of the strikers back, actually, I think we could maybe nick a positive result down there. So I think it'll be odd goal in 3, really. I think it'll be 2-1. Hopefully it'll be to us, but I don't think there'll be much margin between it. So I'm going to go for a win for us for once, which is it's giving me palpitations.
Steady up, me falling off my chair then.
I know.
All right, enjoy the game, fellas. Thanks so much. We'll catch you next week. Nice one.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
All right, cheers. Thank you.